welcome back. 1:30 in the midst of fucking the cold tundra, which is Philly.
It is getting super stupid. Like I think it's funny that we bitch and piss and moan, but this is the way winter's supposed to be. When people are like,
we just haven't seen one in a while.
We just haven't had it in forever, and we're like, this is fucking dumb. Snow is gay. I don't like this.
I know. You know who didn't like it? That guy who killed his neighbors.
Oh my god, he fucking hated it.
So I actually just saw the video. Shout out Ryan Long for another addition to fucking here's some videos that are gonna ruin your day. I don't know. I love Ryan, but dude, his videos he just sends. He's like, check this one out, dude. So it's a 9-year-old Asian head cut off by a railroad spike. Who has a railroad spike?
Dude, it's like he spends all day on rotten.com looking for like the weirdest shit. He's
but
like, hey.
I saw that video he sent us, and it's the video of the guy of. So it was like over a parking space.
No,
where was this?
It was in Delco somewhere. It was
in Delco.
Yeah. So like the whole thing was.
Shout out Delco.
Is
there
that
get hard, dude?
From what I remember, was like. It wasn't a parking space. It was like someone, and it's so stupid. Like someone had shoveled from like a sidewalk, but then threw snow onto like where they had just shoveled. Like it just so stupid, like fucking absurdly dumb. Yeah. That didn't need to even. It could have been like, "Hey, dickhead." I guarantee if you were just like, "Hey, dickhead, can you fucking shovel that up?" And they were like, "Oh shit."
You didn't even need the dickhead in there.
I mean, that's. That's how I get shot. That's how.
So it's basically some guy was shoveling and another guy was like, "Take this," and he put snow on his.
I don't think he I think he inadvertently did it. You know how like when you're shoveling, and you're throwing snow. I think the snow went over and some dude just like went fucking ape.
So he shot him, the other guy, and there was another guy.
It started out as an art. No, it was a chick. It was his wife.
Oh, he shot his wife.
Yeah, so it started out as an argument, and then it was the man and the wife arguing with one guy, and that guy was like, fuck this. Literally went in the house and came back with a pistol and shot the chick like 3 times.
Who goes down first? Is that the husband?
No, it's the chick. It's the woman. It's his wife. He shoots the wife first. Like
bitch.
He just seriously came out just like this fucking shut up.
Dude.
Fucking, it was crazy because he shot her. She fell, and like you could see her kind of getting up. And then he just shot her 2 more times and then chased. Like that guy, I mean, I don't know, man. If I watched my wife get shot, I would try to
Wait, what did the guy do?
He ran away.
You know what, though? I don't know. I got to be honest with you. It reminds me of that video. Remember, it was like in somewhere in China, and it was one of those zoos you drive through, like one of those safari ones. And remember the lady got out of the car and the tiger snapped her?
Oh, yeah.
And then the husband got out and made like a motion like, I'm going to get you. And then he was like, let me think about this.
Yeah. Well, first off, a tiger.
That's a Delco tiger, dude. I don't know if you know what a Delco tiger is. That's a snow shoveling, gun-wielding dickhead. Yeah, dude.
Watch out for the Delco tiger.
That's what they are. They're all fucking balonies.
That's the gun model you ask for when you go into the fucking shop. Like, can I get the Delco tiger?
Yeah, it's just an old rusty Ruger.
See that? It's a Derringer. It's like, watch out.
It's a gun that killed Lincoln. They're like, all right.
It's a flintlock pistol. But anyway, shot the lady. She's down. And then, like, he just starts running away. And the guy's like, you know, he's pursuing him and he's shooting off at him. But it's like.
Pursuing him.
Yeah. It just like, I don't know.
And this was like, I mean, from what I can tell, you said it's in Delco. Yeah. It looked like a normal, pretty much like suburban.
It was just a regular fucking street, man. Anywhere USA.
And then the guy killed himself.
Yeah, he went inside and he blew his brains.
Oh, he went inside. He had the convenience of the warmth.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He sat down in a
selfish piece of shit.
He sat down in an Eagles bucket chair in the middle of his basement.
Yeah, he put on his Donovan McNabb shirt.
Like, dude, he killed himself like French. Dude, he's like, oh, motherfucker.
It's like, fuck it.
Just blew his brains out.
He put on his Mike Mamula jersey. He was like, fuck
it. Blood splattered all over his Wildwood family photo up against the wall. He's like, God damn it.
Yeah, dude. It's all them dressed in like those grainy cowboy pictures.
Yeah. Dude, what
there's just like a sepia fucking filter. Dude, they're like, that's so old timey. I'm like, no, it's not.
He's like an old weird bank robber with guns on the table. He's like, he just looks at it. He's like, oh no, man.
That would be sick though if that's his final picture. He tried to do like a Billy the Kid picture, like those old wrestlers where they just stand there for like an hour for the picture, and it's just him like, and in the other hand's a shovel.
Dude, that's the picture they use at his funeral.
It's on the prayer card.
It's
on the memorial card.
It's like, oh man, Jim was nuts. He's like,
that'd be so funny, dude, if the memorial card was just an old Randall Cunningham Topps card.
Yeah,
That's how fucking Philly this guy was, dude.
Dude, his memorial picture is just Reggie White's memorial picture.
It's just Jerome Brown's funeral.
Yeah, it's just like, what is this about? He's like, that's what he wanted.
He's like, bury me in my shirt that says Pete Rose should be in the hall.
Yeah, dude, he gets
bullshit.
It's just a Mike Schmidt hat. He's like, this is fucking.
So, yeah,
I mean,
the snow is getting nuts.
People are just getting fucking wild. But I will say, it's like, I just wanted, when Ryan Lang sent that to us, I was like, oh, this will be crazy. But I always am bummed when everyone uses guns. I want something different.
Why'd he kill him with the shovel?
Yeah. Or something fucking, you never hear anybody, you don't hear any like crazy stabbings anymore.
It's, I mean, dude, what the fuck? What set this guy off to the
That's
point of
also like what was going on, dude?
like was this a story of like, oh, this guy was a neighbor that we knew he was a nice guy, and that kind of run of the mill story, or was it like he just saw that whole Carson Wentz trade shit and was like, well, somebody's getting it. Is it Jimmy fucking snowing in my fucking parking spot?
I hope it was something even more trivial. I hope he like got coffee and he like burned his lip. He's like, God damn it. Fuck!
Yeah, dude. I hope we're all wrong. And he just came out. He's like, "You see my new gun?
Yeah.
Ow!"
We're all wrong. He actually mailed them a letter earlier that week. He's like, "I'm going to kill you in the street."
So if you could be outside shoveling around 2:30,
I'm just having a rough time.
That's insane. I mean, and it's always been a thing. I know in Philly, it's always been a thing. I'm sure in other certain cities like get snow, but the parking space wars are fucking insane anymore.
It's crazy, man.
And they've always been nuts,
Yeah.
but like I think it's hilarious that there's like still that group of people that put out the chair.
Oh, the cone or the chair or anything or the fucking recycling.
Yeah,
bin?
and they're like, well, that's my space. And it's like, well, no, it's not. And, I don't give a shit. I'll fucking park in it, whatever. But people, there's that kind of unwritten code of like,
yeah,
I won't. It's crazy that they put chairs in because my dad always laughs about it because my grandfather used to make him stand in the space.
Yeah. Oh, man. I've had to do that before.
And I was like, what'd you do? And he was like, I used to have a catch with like my cousin. I was like, what, like a 4-foot catch? He's like, yeah, it's so full. I just picture my mini dad just like, because the space is that big. Their car was a shithole. And they just stood in his space and threw a ball back and forth.
Yeah,
I was like, God, I would have shot myself. I get it, dude.
Dude, there's been a couple times. I think it was at the King of Prussia Mall, the one Black Friday. Some dude shot another guy because his wife and his kids got out of like the car while the dad was like driving around, and if they saw a spot, they'd go stand in the spot and then call the guy to come park in the fucking spot. So this dude was trying to pull in while the lady was like, "No, we're parking." He's like, "That's not how it works," and he almost ran her over. And then the guy who was trying to get, like his wife who was in the spot, he shows up like shooting while he's driving.
Sick.
Dude, it was like, and everyone's like, it was a crazy.
GTA style, dude.
That's the best, man. Like, that's more exciting than just shooting somebody for shoveling.
That'd be so funny if that guy literally just put like a flurry on that guy's spot where he just saying, this dude comes out John Wick style. Just
Dude,
like,
I think it would be better if he came out. He's like, "You fucking did it." He opens his shirt. There's a bomb strapped to him. He's like, "You fucking bitch."
He grabs his wife and just goes full Behringer. He's like, I'll fucking do it, dude.
He goes full Docketal. Just fucking losing
That'd be
dude.
fucking nuts.
That's what you
he
do.
goes inside, comes out full camo. It's like, whoa. This guy's got something to work out.
He's got white urban like snow camo with like white face paint. He's like, yeah,
It's like a Russian sniper.
It's like enemy at the gates. He's just like waiting there. He's like, here we go. But I mean, again, I am over guns. I don't hate them.
Yeah, killing
people
with guns.
Killing
is
people with
fucking
guns is
so
super
2020,
fuck. Yeah, dude, get over it, man.
Grow up.
I want to see a flamethrower.
You see that guy clearing his driveway
that's
with
what I
a
mean.
flamethrower?
That guy is
That guy
awesome.
rules.
And it's also one of those things where, like, if you see someone using a flamethrower, you know right away that's not the guy you piss off.
No.
Like, if you see some pussy with a gun, yeah, that might be
No,
dangerous.
it's a guy you can become friends with so
Yeah.
you can use the flamethrower.
Yeah. You're just like, hey, buddy, what do you got there? He's like, I got a fucking gas operated flamethrower.
I would fuck that up so quick. I would blow myself.
What, dying? Yeah, dude.
No, for the
flamethrower, yeah.
Like, dude, this is gonna be. I know what I'm doing. I'm like, oh god, oh god. Fucking any of us who are like, dude, this is gonna be sick, dude. Get a pick.
Just you on fire. Like, how did you die? I'd be like, how did he die? Car accident? It's like, no. So Six got hold of a
clearing a walkway.
He was trying to help out the neighbors.
He was clearing the walk on 33rd and fucking torched himself. It's pretty sweet.
The last picture of you is like, you were like,
oh, dude, I'm definitely getting a couple of these.
You're like Kurt Russell from The Thing. You're like, yeah. Fuck you too. Yeah, and then he fucking explodes.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, like I had to fucking shovel my neighbor's sidewalk and I never had a problem. I think if someone's going out of their way to shovel, just leave them fucking be. Like you don't need to
Also, it's in Delco.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck are you assholes bitching about? You guys have driveways, plenty of street.
Yeah.
There's never a time in Delco. I can't think of any time where they're like, dude, it's about snow. We got locked down a parking spot. It's like, no, dude. There's parking spots fucking everywhere. That's why people leave the city and go down to Delco.
It's also just walk on the fucking snow.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I understand shoveling a walkway, but like, if it isn't, just walk on it. It's not going to, I don't know. And if you fall in the snow, it means you shouldn't have been out there anyway.
Yeah,
That's
idiot.
the way I look at it. If
you fall in the snow, you shouldn't be allowed in the snow.
You shouldn't be allowed in the fucking snow, you stupid bitch.
It's crazy, too, because I didn't even know it was supposed to snow.
Yeah.
But it's also about to be done. And it's funny because I was like looking at my notes trying to lead into something. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I have one note here from Tuesday that just says Reggie stealing napkins. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I was like, oh, yeah. At Shane's show on Tuesday at Helium, he started a new show. So if you're in the Philly area and in Delco and don't have a fucking gun, come on down to Helium. The next one's the 16th. But Shane's putting on shows now called, Friends of Shane Gillis, and it's a good showcase. So his first one was Tuesday, and he had Reggie Conquest came down, and Mark Norman, and Big J, and Wood was on, and Josh Adam Myers went fucking ballistic, which was awesome. But, yeah, it was a good show, so check that out. But I remember you and me were sitting in the corner when Reggie was on, and at one point you just lean over, and you're like, bunch of napkins in Reggie's pocket. They just looked like Reggie had just like his pocket was like overflowing with napkins. And I just picture Reggie coming in. He's like, man, look at these napkins, dude. And my napkins now. It's Reggie just coming and stealing napkins.
Reggie is like, Reggie, what's in your pocket? He's like, yeah, I got napkins. He has all the condiments from a different restaurant. He's like, yeah, it's ketchup, motherfucker. Just open some packets.
It's like a Shake Shack hat on. It's like, what? What are you just going around stealing shit, Reggie?
He orders food and you're like, you want anything? I was like, no, I got it. He has one of those crushed red pepper shakers from a pizza place. Dude. He's like, this is the shit.
Man, yeah, that was a wild night. It was
a little bit.
A little nuts, but it was really good. I do want to bring this up, though. I forgot to bring it up last week, but this is the funniest thing in the world. And people, if you're on Facebook, you can get in on it. It's so funny. So there's a page on Facebook that I am, or a group that I'm on, which is like Philadelphia Housing and Rentals.
Yeah.
So I was on it like a few years back when I was looking for a place, and I just stayed in it. And I'll see shit pop up from time to time, whatever. And recently, a couple Indian guys have infiltrated the page, and it's so fucking funny because they're just putting up these random videos, and people are losing their fucking minds. So, dude, this is the best part. The best is like these people are trying to talk to the guys who are posting. It's like, dude, that guy is posting on 70,000 pages a day. It's like if you think that guy's real, first off, his profile picture looks like fucking the picture like Interpol had for the 9/11 suspects. It's just like a blue background and an Indian guy just like
with his dude. Those pictures always look like they're straining so
hard. But he's just like
fucking.
That's his profile picture, and he's obviously Indian. And fucking the one guy's name is Keith Craig. It's like he tried to come up with these like, I need an American name. What do you think? Keith Craig? Two good American names.
Guy United States.
How you doing? Dude. Yeah.
What's up? I'm
it's
Guy.
Like Billy Hot Dog.
Yeah, dude.
It's like, what? So fucking...
I'm William Monster Truck Jr. How are you?
Dude, so Keith Craig.
Keith
He
Craig.
posted pictures, dude. He posted, but they're all videos to shit that like, they're like not insane videos, just normal videos. Like the one is, it's a bulldozer and it's like Russia. It's clearly like Russia or somewhere. It's a bulldozer like driving along the street and it's crossing over train tracks.
Yeah.
And then it stops on the train tracks and you can tell like, cause it was icy or snowy, the wheels spinning, it's kind of stuck.
Uh-huh.
So, like, you see a couple of guys get out, and I'm like, oh, shit, this dude's about to get dozed. Well, no, he just gets it in gear and backs it up, and the train goes by. That's the end of the video. It's like, that was, and Keith Craig's like, that was a close one. And then here's the other ones are great. This one was, this one, car crash ends with Jeep rolling over. Literally exactly what happened. It's a car chase. It's cops chasing a car somewhere in Cali. And the cop hits him with the stereotypical tail whip, the fishtail, hits him on the back. The Jeep spins and then, flips on its side and, slides for like 10 feet. And the guy just gets out and he gets arrested. And it's like, well, what the fuck was that? And then I started realizing the theme in these videos are just like, Keith Craig thinks they're insane. Like he's watching them like, yes, we did it.
He just got those videos.
Dude, there's one that says, woman steals goose eggs. And the bird is clearly an albatross. Like, it's not a goose at all.
Every
dude, the fucking head is this big. It's like, dude, that's not a goose, dude. I'm not a bird guy, but I know what a fucking the difference between an albatross and a fucking goose is. It's like, and the funny thing is, the woman doesn't steal it. She puts the egg back. And the albatross is like, ah! And that's the end of the video.
Dude,
it's great.
He's at his computer like, they're going to love me. This is what I do.
Yeah, he's crushing right now.
And there's also somebody who's like direct messaging him like, Keith, honestly, man, I've seen some of the stuff you've been posting. You are out of your mind.
I want to be in the Keith Craig business.
Listen, man, it's no cat with hat on, but that it's no kitten falling down. But damn, man. He's like, I know, I try to keep descriptions as little as possible because I want...
And we're back.
And we're here.
From a word from our sponsor, EOS Webcam Utility. They do good stuff.
If you want the best webcam utility, you go EOS.
Yeah. That's a Keith Craig video.
Dude, he's like, watch, his camera stopped working in the middle of the podcast. This is amazing. It's crazy.
He's called his, he's like, Samir, I posted it. It's up there.
Dude, him calling someone wildly excited. Like, hey, do you see? It's up there. Did you see what I did?
Well, it's funny because now I don't know, I have to recheck Keith's post, but like the first few were getting all the just angry white women just like, excuse
this
me,
has nothing
this
to
group
do
is for rentals for Philadelphia and surrounding areas. And he posted the one, I got to get a screenshot of it. He replied back with, please follow, and put a link to his fucking page. I was like, dude, Keith just shut you down,
Keith
bitch.
is like, any press is good press.
That's an Indian guy killing a lady during a snow shoveling fight, dude.
That's fucking...
Where he replies with another link to follow to another fucking retarded page.
Dude, that would be crazy too. He's like, okay, cat falling asleep in bowl. That's very good.
Yeah.
Also, ISIS beheading. He just jumps the shark. He's like out of control. Like head comes off, rolls downhill. That's I like to.
He's like, please follow me at this. I have some literature for you.
Dude, he's like time lapse of plant grow. This is amazing.
Dude, that's honestly the best way to describe his videos. And it's funny because he's actually going out to get, obviously this isn't his personal videos. The guy's clearly from India, but he's going out and finding like the most boring videos.
Of course.
With no...
Because he doesn't know any better. Like, that's like, honestly, somebody gave him the, like, the advice. He's like, I don't know what to do with my life, man. I need to...
and his buddy's like, let me tell you this. Two words for you. Car roll.
So
that's it, though.
Keith, Craig, listen.
Keith, Craig, whatever your name is.
Look, you need to get a good American name. Like, maybe like Hockey Football Man. That's good.
Hockey Football Man.
But very good. And then just post video... online, immediate.
He's like, here's one. Dog throw up. It's big with the Americans.
Anything with poop.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I'm waiting for that.
Love shit.
Dude, I'm waiting for him to have one. Like, it's like hippo ass poop everywhere. Like, that's fucking internet gold.
I don't know, man. It's so funny though, and I've liked every post he puts. It's always one like, and it's me.
Dude, speaking of shit and poop and American stuff, I wish I had this on video. The other night I was leaving.
Already, I hope you don't have this on video.
I wish I did.
Like, speaking of poop and shit and murder.
Anyway, yeah. No, I was leaving the bar and going home, and there was a guy clearly like just having a rough go of things. He's trying to pick up dog shit because the dog just crapped, and then it was slow motion how he fell forward, got shit all over the front of him, and then he lied in the street and cried.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, so he was like hammered?
Oh, he had to have been.
Okay.
There's no way this was a sober man's actions at like.
So he was walking his dog. His dog took a huge jerk. He went down to pick it up, and he fell and was like,
got it all over the front of him.
Here.
And then he just cried in the street. And I don't understand.
That's probably the guy who shot his neighbors.
Dude, that's a murder waiting to happen.
Yeah, if you're that fucking emotional over falling in some dog poop, drunk, come on. Who hasn't been there? Yeah. Classic.
I always do that. That's what that's
you're like, I don't even own a dog.
I don't even own a dog.
There's just shit all over my house I fall into.
I slip and slide shit in my living room. I get wild.
It's like one time I got my head stuck in a rhino crap. You ever get your head stuck in a rhino crap?
I used to just walk around with a splotch of poop on my forehead. Like, what's that about? Like, don't ask.
It's so funny to think of somebody falling and like just. I mean, I kind of feel bad because that guy's probably at the end of the line where it's like, if you're falling like that and obviously that's your reaction.
Guaranteed that dog is the only thing he got out of that divorce.
He probably killed the dog.
Dude, he goes home and breaks
He killed the shit out of that dog. I feel bad for R.I.P. to that dog,
that little Pomeranian was going to hell, man.
Also, the fact that he was so far gone and that mad and or upset in his life to where he was drunk walking his dog, slipped into its shit, and then just like sat there like Scotty J, just like, oh, like an idiot. Dude, it's like, dude, that dude's going through some shit.
But that's like the thing. Like, if I see anybody crying in public, you know something. It's either the biggest thing or the smallest.
No, it's
thing
always
in the
the smallest. Usually,
that's what I mean. It's like
I gotta be honest with you. I thrive when I see people crying in public. I love it. I think it's so funny. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can't wait to get into some like a bathroom or something. Like get into a stall.
Man.
I've only seen the majority are obviously, white girl fucking drunken cries.
Yeah, drunk drama. Yeah, definitely.
Which I love. Who doesn't love a good white girl
drunk cry? You know who's gonna love
cry?
that? Keith Craig. Like white girl cry.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be the next video.
Dude,
I'm
hope
going in the biz with this dude. That's who owns EOS Utility. Webcam Utility. It was like, what's the business, Keith? He's like, you send me money? I'm like, what? He's like, send me money now. I'm like, I don't know what the business is.
You know what? I actually like that model, though. Just
I'm like, you're on to something here. I like it.
Wait a minute. This. Do that again. That means.
Turns out he's just a billionaire fucking with this page. He just owns half of Mumbai. He's like, I'm going to put these up and see these white women lose their fucking mind.
Everybody hates me, and I love it.
Dude, speaking of billionaires that are retarded, the fucking... I started watching this show. There's this show from, it's actually older. I never knew about it. It was, 2015, 16. It only did, 2 seasons. It's called A Day in the Life. And it was made by, what's his name? Who did Super Size Me?
Fucking Spurlock, yeah.
So what it is basically, each season has, 8 episodes. And it's literally just a camera following around some celebrity or whatever for, 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I watched, the one was Maron. Mark Maron did the season 2 episode. It was the most boring episode I have ever seen in my dude, it's literally going to his house. He's waking up, making coffee. He has, what's her name over to do the podcast that day? The Indian chick from The Office.
Mindy Kaling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keith Craig's daughter.
Keith
Mindy Craig.
It's just Keith Craig in a wig. He's like, oh, The Office is so crazy.
He's like, that's what she said, huh? No? All right. He's saying the wrong lines.
He's pretending to be somebody
He
else.
comes dressed as Dwight.
He's like, hello, I fuck Pam. Season 3.
It's me, Jim.
James.
So, Mindy Kaling shows up. They do the podcast. And then, he goes to the store, does a spot. And that's it. I was like, this sucks.
Man,
then I watched Russell Peters, and his was kind of sick, just because he's so fucking rich. It's insane. But then there was all these lame ones. And the one that was the funniest, though, to me is they did Richard Branson.
Oh, yeah.
So the owner of Virgin.
Virgin.
And that guy, honestly, he looks like he'd be like the devil's cousin. He's like Satan's cousin. This guy, dude, Richard Branson looks like he got his start showing up when people have sleep paralysis.
Oh,
that's
man.
what you see at the end of the bed. He's just like...
That would be...
He's terrifying looking. You ever see that? You ever see Brantz up close?
I've only seen him, like, I've never seen
Dickie
him up close.
Brantz is a wild motherfucker, dude. He's insanely creepy looking.
Dude, that's what you do if you're a billionaire, though. You get creepy looking.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you should do. I think every billionaire should look like Kane from Poltergeist 3.
Yeah.
That's what every billionaire
Dude,
should look like.
that's how Richard Branson gives away Virgin tickets. He's like, comes up, he's like, it's Caroline.
Dude, he's got the round brim flat hat. It's like, Caroline.
Yeah, dude. Caroline.
You want to go see BTS?
Dude. But there's also, it reminded me, there's a story, and I was talking to Blizz about this last night. There was a story from a few years ago. So, you know, Branson has his own island, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure where the island is. I'm assuming somewhere, obviously somewhere in the Caribbean, whatever. There was this story about how this person in California found a bottle with a note, a traditional message in a bottle. And they opened it, and it was actually addressed to Richard Branson. And turns out, and keep in mind, if somebody can find the story, this is insane. Some kid wrote a letter to Branson, and he was in Texas or somewhere down on the Gulf.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Florida because he's retarded. And he wrote this letter to throw it out. And basically, out of all of the elements of the sea, somehow wash up on Richard Branson's island. And the letter is like, you're a huge inspiration to me, and I know by the time you get this, if you do, we'll be bumping elbows. And it's like one of those kind of moments where it's like, and the guy who wrote that letter was Barack Obama.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like one of those things. Well, it ended up some guy in like Huntington Beach, California finds it. It just makes a hard right. It's like, and he's like, hey, what's this? And the guy's like, damn it, that's my note. It's like, first of all, how much of a fucking dork are you for Richard Branson? Even if Branson got the letter.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, and then also, it's like, dude, I get it. He owns his own island. That's sick, but it's not that big. You're throwing a bottle in an ocean. And it's like, you're like, yep. Like placing it on a lake like it's a fucking remote control boat. Like, go that way.
Yeah, it's the ocean. You have to be out in a boat for
what
that
a
to work.
Fucking asshole. Like,
I
I wonder if he listened to the police when he put it out there too. You fucking nerd.
How great would it be? Like, I think I want to do that. I want to go out in the boat and write a letter to a random address in America, throw it in the ocean, and see how long it takes for someone to find it. And it just says, you're gay.
Yeah.
That would be the best. It's just like someone's like, this is addressed to me?
What?
That would be the fuck. That's a good
We should send out a bunch of messages in bottles.
We should. I don't know why more people aren't doing that.
That's a good thing for like if people need to get shit off their head and they can't talk to people.
Yeah,
it's like, dude, put it in a bottle.
And
that'd be so funny. Like my luck, dude. Somebody finds it the next day. It's like, dude, you did that. I'm like, damn it!
You just threw it in the Schuylkill. You're like, here we go.
It's the next video on Philadelphia Rentals. Keith Craig finds it. He's fucking live time, and he's like, check it out. I got a message. What's it say? Brian's. Oh no, Brian. I'm like,
It's just you eating a baby's head like an apple. Just it's like, when did you do that?
Hunting black teenagers.
You're the guy who's
a picture of me. I'm just like,
it's like, oh man, you
with
one leg on a dead guy's body, just like, I did that. It's like, you were that guy?
Yeah. You just see me like opening a gate to a bunch of young Oriental kids running out into the forest. I'm like, I'm just dressed as Bunny going out there with a shotgun. I'm like, I don't have a good range on it, but it does some damage.
It's like just a picture of you as like a leather daddy Nazi. It's like, when did this happen?
Low, dude.
Dude, that would be the best. Like, you're just like, I have to tell somebody, but I can't tell anybody. I gotta get this.
I mean, everybody's got that going for them, so it's like, people should really start sending out their darkest, deepest
Dude,
secrets in
you
messaging
know
bottles.
what would be great is if like
I hope a hurricane hits. It just all ends up in like Bermuda.
Yeah.
Like, people down there are like, what
What
the
is
fuck?
it?
We don't want to know.
this was just says I did it, OJ. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's the only one who puts his real name on it. It's a picture of him
James
writing it like.
Simpson.
Here's a picture of him writing it like for authenticity.
It's a cell phone picture.
He's all, yeah, but instead of a camera or a pen and paper, he's holding up Nicole's head.
Yeah.
That
Dude,
night.
he's got her head in like a Heisman trophy. You know that happened too.
Turns out that night,
You know that happened.
dude, that's why Cato was involved. Cato was an amateur photographer. And OJ's like, do I have a setup for us? Listen, Cates, get down here. I know you're kind of shitty at acting and everything, and like you want to run lines, whatever. Let me put it straight to you. You're never getting that part on The Bold and Beautiful. I will give you a really good part. Photographer, for me, cutting off Nicole and Ron's head. And listen, I'm going to go put on my USC jersey.
dude.
It's a little tight.
What, dude,
He
what
comes on his like high school jersey.
dude, what if in the picture he's wearing an old timey leatherhead? Like, just like, come on. Like, dude, you know, if you're like a sports athlete, honestly, this is for any sports athlete that has the balls to murder somebody. If you don't do your sport with a severed limb or a head, you're a puss. Like if like LeBron James murdered his wife and didn't dunk her head,
Oh my God.
you're out of your mind. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, like a scenario of like this snow shoveling thing where you're gonna, the guy obviously knew he was gonna kill
Yeah.
himself after he aced the couple. So it's like, get a photo shoot out of it. Were you a cooking? Were you a culinary guy? I don't know.
It's him in like an apron with a rolling pin. Like,
He's got her head in a pan. He's just like, he's like, oh, there we go.
dude, apple in the mouth like a pig like roast would be fucking. That's. I don't
Yeah.
know why that doesn't happen more. That
I
should. Why doesn't that happen more?
think it does. I don't know. I bet you Keith Craig could fund it.
Dude, the Keith Craig murdered wife, apple mouth. It's the
Dude.
name says it all.
I bet you, dude. Think about that. Not to get off topic because I want to stay on the whole pictures with people's heads, but what you call? There is no way anyone could top Indian Google searches. Do you imagine just getting Keith Craig's Google search history? Just because, like, the way Indian guys will text English, think about them Google searching. It is a dark place, my friend. I can't imagine what Indian dudes. It's probably wild, dude.
Goose egg steel, maybe?
Yeah,
It's
it's,
like, it's like what? Keith Craig, what?
he's like pink stockings cream pie. It's like what?
Shit smeared matzo ball?
Yeah, dude.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, but he's just looking. But that's his way. He's like, yeah, I'm trying to find recipe for matzo ball. I'm like,
He doesn't know the regular slang. He's like, fuck ass breadstick.
yeah,
I
exactly.
want that.
Yeah, he's just mad. He's writing
He's
his
just-
feelings down with his Google search.
He puts message in a bottle, dude.
Honestly, the funniest
I-
thing I've ever.
That's gotta be.
If that's the way OJ finally got caught, is these
message in a bottle
on
confession.
Richard Branson's Island, picture
Nah.
surfaced of him holding Nicole's head like a football and him doing a Heisman picture pose would be.
That would be.
You can't even arrest him.
No.
Come on.
You put that on a T-shirt and you let him sell out.
Yeah, that's not his Twitter cover page. I
Dude,
don't know what is.
That would be something a billionaire would have, though.
You-
Is a picture like that.
Did you watch the? I don't know if either of you guys watched the latest or the last thing they did for OJ. It was, I think it was like a, I don't know, like a 60-minute thing. They were like, it was like OJ tells more. It was like, shit
Oh
we didn't know.
yeah, yeah.
So, you know what's sad is like that one. I did watch it the other night. It's on Hulu, and I think it was
what's
like
sad?
2018, 2019. And honestly, I don't think he did it. That's what this thing tells you. I really don't think he did it. Because if you, dude, what they tell you is, first off, OJ is kind of a drunken retard. Like, he is a raging alcoholic, which is pretty hilarious to think of. But to think about this is like, dude, I think at one point he even says as a defense, he's like, why would I cut my wife's head off? It was like, well, first off, it wasn't all the way off, but it was, it was mouthed up.
It was
dude.
Pez dispenser.
Yeah,
pretty
he
hard.
was pezzed up. So he even says that's like his defense. And I was like, dude, that's
Concrete.
That's what Cochran should have went with. First off, why would my client cut his wife's head off? Thank you. defense for us. It's like, I'm with him, dude.
Damn,
I don't think
man.
he did it.
That's like the third 3-year-old. Like, why would I do that? It's like, dude, why would he lie?
And I was thinking, though, obviously the OJ case will never not be talked about. Like, every few years you're going to see a documentary or, like, kids finding out about it and being like, this was huge and whatever it was. 94. So it's like they're going to keep looking into it. And this one had a private investor, or it was OJ's, like, driver.
Okay.
For years. And he was like, I'm going to tell you the truth. And then I'm going to disappear. Because I shouldn't be telling him. I'm like, first off, you're talking like OJ's like the fucking co-star. He's
what do you think he's gonna do?
OJ's a broken down sack of shit living in like Tallahassee.
What if he's like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. OJ didn't do it. Now I'm gonna disappear before my head gets cut off by somebody. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be fucking.
He's like, I don't want to say OJ, but I will.
How about this? O. Simpson. He did it. If you can find O. Simpson, that's the real killer.
Well, also, this guy, what he talks about is, first of all, I didn't know Nicole was like chilling with prostitutes. So that's the thing.
I didn't know that. She was chilling with.
This is a documented thing where I didn't know. This was actually submitted to the court, which was like she was hanging out with like drug dealers and fucking basically madams or pimps or whatever.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And OJ, you know the tape of him freaking the fuck out? Like,
yeah.
He's like, oh, it's all right for you to suck some guy's fucking dick. But it's like, in the first, also, I'd love to have been the 911 operator. I'm like, is that Orthol? Huge fan.
Juice.
Huge fan.
Get at me.
Juice is getting loose. I love it. You should leave, Nicole. Seriously. He sounds like he's a fuck you up.
He's very mad.
But what he's referring to is the fact that he went over there because the kids were still living with Nicole at the house. He had come over there, and there was like a couple girls there that he knew were
prostitutes.
Pretty much, well-known, like high-end hookers. So I think Nicole was getting deep.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then there was some kind of fucked up deal that went wrong, and that's who came over and cut her and Ronnie's head off. I still think it was fucking Cato.
Dude,
I've always thought it was. I was like, where the fuck is this guy?
I can't even believe.
I still don't understand why he was there.
He was staying in the guest house.
Yeah, but who is he?
That's really why everyone was like, this is prime suspect number one. It's like, yeah.
But then they went in there and he was just a dork, and they're like, oh, never, man. Yeah. Sorry. Good luck on the audition for the, what is it, Hot Pockets commercial? Good luck, pal.
Dude, he's practicing knife stabs in the living room. Like
he just comes in, he's like, dude, that'd be sick if he used his testimony during the case to fucking try and showcase his skills.
Yeah,
he's like, people will say that I was involved with OJ in the night of the murder, and I'd be some kind of guy who's like, and I helped. No? He's just reading off famous commercial lines. He's like, where's the beef? Anyway, I could do that anyway. I'm not married to that way.
He's like, Mikey, he likes it. He really likes it. Dude, just having
cutting people's heads off.
Cato coming into the courtroom dressed like Leatherface, just like spinning around with a chainsaw. It's like, what is this guy doing? He's like, he's just really into the role. He is really into it.
Dude, I don't know how many times he took the stand during that trial, but if every time he went up as like a character actor and he just goes up on like a tuxedo, he's like, don't go against the family. It's my Marlon Brando. Thank you.
He goes up with a top hat. He's like, what day is it, boy? Is it Christmas Day? They're like, Cato. He's like, go buy the biggest turkey and send it to the Crutchets. All right. End scene. And that, guys, OJ didn't do it. I swear to God.
Dude, that would be fucking, dude. If Cato was running scenes during his fucking testimony, that would be so funny because he just comes up and they come to like cross-examine him and he throws the fucking Kardashian a glove.
Yeah.
And he just does like fucking feel. He's like, Dad, want to have a catch? What are you talking about? It's like, this is an intense scene, dude.
He gets on the stand. He's like, happy birthday, Mr. President. See, I can do both ways, guys.
He started doing wrong movies, though.
Yeah.
He comes up just like Daniel Vineyard from American History X. Instead of swearing on the Bible, he's like,
yeah, dude. What if every time he was on the stand, he like started out like not facing, and you come back and like
he's like, yeah, but you hear him talking. He's like, come on, Cato, one time, Cato, nailed it.
He just turns like, and you can't handle the truth. Dude. And they're like, Mr. Kaelin,
We just asked where you were the night of the murders.
Dude, he puts Ito. He goes full character. He's like, knock it down. He's just like, wait a minute.
He asks Ito to dress in all black and puts like a bush hat on him. He's like, all right, 1 second. And then Cato comes back in just dressed like he's like, yo, let's do the whole fucking pillage.
Dude, what if he just tries to get on Ito's good side, so he comes in like fucking the king and I. He's like, getting to like you, getting to know you like me.
Cato comes in dressed as a tank. They try to recreate Tenement scams. He's like, all right, in this scene, Judge, you're going to stand there and be like this, and I'm going to come out. He's in like a cardboard tank.
Dude, he comes dressed up. If Cato went in that courtroom dressed up like Lopan from fucking Big Trouble, he's like,
dude, I would lose my mind. Because Cato and fucking Ito could have recreated the fucking scene in Big Trouble.
Oh,
he's like, it's all in the wrist. He catches the bottle.
Dude, what if when the fucking verdict was read, he goes to Ito's like, God love you, Wang.
God love you, Wang. Like, actually, it's pronounced Ito. He's like,
actually, yeah, he's like, dude, Wing Chun, you're
dude.
good.
And then you just look over and like Cochran has a huge shine hat on. Kardashian's like, it just recreates.
Honestly, the whole defense team came in as the three storms from Big Trouble. That would be
oh my God.
The best fucking thing.
I mean, if you think about it, the ultimate, because they talked about redoing Big Trouble with The Rock, which I heard.
Oh, really? Yeah. What? Who would would he be Russell?
Yeah. Oh. No, that would be sick if he was the girl with the green eye. He's Kim. He's what's her name?
He's Kim Cattrall. Yeah. Dude.
No, he should be Lopan. He's like,
indeed. Dude.
It's like, is that The Rock?
The Rock, like,
you have Lopan's just jacked this time.
Like, whoa.
But if Ito and Cato Kaelin could have redone that movie, it would have been fucking hilarious.
That would have been also fucking amazing if you find out that like Judge Ito is like, hey, I've been trying to get into acting as well, man. Like, he's like,
I could see that.
And like Cato's like, actually, I do know a guy. There's a really good improv class in like, Hollywood. I don't know. I've been there,
That'd be sick if fucking he made Ito put on like a yellow jumpsuit. And then Cato comes out in blackface, just as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he's Bruce Willis.
He's like, dude, he's just like, all right, Ito, if you want to come over, I'm running lines. I think we're going to go with Game of Death. Pretty good, right?
He just comes out, he's like, imagine me, a 6'8" black man.
Okay, right? I'm going to recreate only one part of that, the black face part. I'm not going to get, just go with it, man. Just go with it.
Yeah, so dude. I don't know how we got here. I was talking about, yeah.
Well, I mean,
that documentary.
I think it's funny. You're like, what the real sad thing is? I was like, the fact that two people were murdered, two innocent people were murdered.
I think Nicole was a bitch. I don't think she deserved to get her head cut off. But I think she was a bitch.
Dude, that would have been the best defense. Dude, it's like, yeah, he didn't do it. But she's a bitch, man.
If I was Cato, that would have been start to finish my fucking testimony. I'm like, she was kind of a bitch. Got me in the guest house. Come on. I'm main house. Look at his hair. His hair was the 90s, dude. Cato Kaelin's his haircut was called the 90s.
Dude, what if he came in? He's like, that chick was a bitch anyway. And he holds up the Bible. He's like, they're like, what?
Oh,
Mr.
dude.
Kaelin.
That just reminded me. Speaking of African hymns, I saw the trailer for the new Coming to America.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to fuck that up. That's good. Good for Eddie to fuck that up.
Crap.
Yeah, you know Arsenio's hype, though.
Oh,
he got that call, dude. He was in whatever fucking box he's living in. He's like,
dude, Arsenio was looking to murder somebody, too. He's just sitting there sharpening a knife like,
dude, I guarantee he had the fucking hammer back on the gun, and then he got that call from Eddie. That was like getting a call from the mayor or the governor. Night of execution.
Dude,
he was like, we're doing it again? You lucky bitch.
Yeah, dude. he cocks it, the bull comes out, he kisses it. He's like, thank God. He just puts it back down on the table. He's like, that was important. Dude, he looks himself in the mirror. He's like, "You're back, you motherfucker.
You're in the deep dark space. You're in the Harlem Nights.
Where are you? Where are you, Arsenio?"
Yeah, but it looks horrible.
It does not look good. I don't. That's another thing, man. It's like
that's another movie. It's like why?
Yeah, why are you doing that?
You fucking with that movie?
It's a sequel to a movie that doesn't need.
And we've talked about that a lot on this show, where it's like, because you and me are both movie guys, where it's like, and you see the movies that people choose to redo, or I don't know. It's like, why?
And I've always said before, if you're gonna remake a movie, or especially like when they remade Friday the 13th, I was like, that's kind of weird that they're doing that. But I was like, remake Friday the 13th Part 3. Don't fuck up.
What was the one where he killed her with a sleeping bag?
Oh, that was I think that was Part 4, and that's like just a dope murder. That's like, and
that's like ranked one of the best murders. And
they redid it in the new one, like where she was like tied up in the bag over a fire. I'm like, oh, that's pretty sick. But the best one was when he put her in the sleeping bag and then baseballed her into the fucking.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's from 4?
Yeah, I think that's Part 4.
I thought that was like 2.
No. Part 2, he was still wearing the bag on his head.
Also, that would have been sick if Cato blamed Nicole's murder
on Jason.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to rat anybody out here, but I did see Frederick Krueger the night of the murder. Do we have him in here, sir? Who? They're like, Fred Krueger.
So here's the thing. Walking down the street, and all of a sudden, I think I see Hannibal Lecter. And
he's like, that Hanny?
It's like, Lecter,
Lucky.
What are you doing here? It's like, you looking for fava beans? Are you asking Nicole for fava beans? I swear to God.
Dude, yeah. But it'd be sick if he just like, he's like, all right, I'm not saying Slender Man was there that night.
Yeah, dude.
But I saw him at a bar 2 blocks away from the house. Now, coincidence? Nicole's head's half off? OJ did it. Honestly, God, OJ fucking did it.
Mothman and OJ were involved in this. He's like, also, don't want to be weird, Wolfman may have been there too. Dude, that would have been an awesome defense.
What?
Blaming Nicole, any murder. You don't see that enough either. I'm pissed off.
I was going to say, I'm wondering over the years if anybody could look this up, if any retard that's been on the stand that has legitimately was like, you know what, I'm going to blame it on the Wolfman. And now a word from Webcam Utility. Thanks, guys.
Dude,
also, don't forget to use our code Wi-Fi to get all your webcam utilities 10% off.
Promo code Wi-Fi. It's like,
no, but if somebody was like sitting in the back of a courtroom, they knew they were up next for a question. He's like, I'm going to fucking blame it on the Wolfman, dude. I'm doing it. What are they going to say? They can't tell me I'm wrong. They're like, no, they can't. They can call you a retard.
Classic Wolfman defense.
He's like, look, there was a full moon. Hair found at the scene. Who else is it?
Ripped clothing. I heard howling. I swear to God I did.
God damn it.
Dude, that's what I want is like a defense.
Cato kind of looks like a Wolfman before he goes Wolfman.
Dude, what if he's like, dude, what if he gets on the stand as like fucking Scott Howard from fucking Teen Wolf?
But he's only like 70% there, so he's that like, weird wax face.
He's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, but he looks at me, he's like, no, calm down. He's like, okay, you asked for it. And then they look over at Ito, and he's dressed as his dad.
It's like, we're trying this rollout. It's pretty good, right? Convincible.
Dude, if they redid Teen Wolf with Ito and Caleb.
Dude, now that's a movie I want to see. I want to see a remake of Teen Wolf with Judge Ito and Cato Kaelin in it.
What are we at?
48.
Okay. 48. Damn it. Okay. So this is, I'm so hyped for this fucking roast. If you guys aren't on the Patreon after this episode, we're going into do an episode on Patreon, and we're doing another roast. It'll just be me and Shayner on this one. It's the roast of bad album covers. And I got to be honest with you, this one could take the cake. But, so get on the Patreon.
I'm excited.
But I want to get off on this. This is the funniest thing I've seen. This is a random fact that did you know in 2006 they recovered the violin that a man named Wallace Hartley was playing on the Titanic? He was one of the violinists that went down.
Yeah, down.
That's true. That's a true story.
Oh God, yeah. The band
It
played on.
sold for $1.7 million. Now, here's my thing. Have anyone looked into just getting shitty old things? I mean, like, so here's what...
Dude, frauds are the best, dude.
That's the thing. It's like, dude, this thing has been at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
For, since, it's 06, the Titanic sank, whatever. What was it?
1929, I think.
So-
Or no. 1914? Who knows?
It's like 1984 or something.
That's what killed Nicole.
When was Warren and Rat on tour together?
Spring, 84, dude.
So, but that's the thing. It's like, number one, the fact that this thing even exists, I would have thought the
ocean
saltwater would have
yeah,
just ripped it
destroyed it.
apart, whatever. But they recovered it. And I'm just laughing, like, what was left of this thing?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm thinking just some fraud walks in with like a piece of old car or a piece of like old balsa wood was like, you know what this is? Let me ask you this. Are you familiar with Wallace Hartley? It's like, no one is. Who the fuck is that? It's like, he went down with the Titanic. This is a piece of the violin he was playing. How do I know that? I got out of the ocean.
It's actually
like,
a video posted by Keith Craig as Wallace Hartley. The video.
He's like, hello, you may know me as Titanic dying on it. I died on the Titanic.
Died on Titanic. It's crazy. No, I think it would be funny if like someone just has a piece of cardboard with a violin drawn on it. It's like, you see this right here?
That's what I mean.
I mean,
1.7 million.
that is so, but then again, why isn't a museum in charge of that?
Well, so how gay is that to buy that for 1.7 million? So when people come over, they're like, "What's that piece of shit in that glass
Yeah.
case?" So he's like, "That's Wallace Hartley's violin." So
Excuse
it's like,
me?
so you paid almost $2 million for a fucked up instrument that some dickhead that wasn't smart enough to get on one of the fucking life. I mean, he was an employee. I think it was employees, kids, women. That's how
Dude,
it went
what
on
if
the
you
Titanic.
found out that Wallace Hartley also didn't play the violin well, and before he was going down, he was just shitting on it, just like, I don't fucking know.
That'd be sick if you found out Wallace Hartley was supposed to be the spotter that night. And he's like, damn it. He's in the bathroom squeezing out a turd.
Dude,
He's like,
what is that? He's like, Wallace Hartley, hello, play the violin as the ship was going down. Like, Wallace Hartley, devout anti-Semite, huh?
he was holding a white supremacy meeting in the back. That's when the Titanic hit.
Dude, he was holding, like,
He's like, if you go up to that ballroom, at least 80% of that room, Jews.
it's like,
What are we doing here?
it's like, let the ship go down. Fuck yeah.
He's like, look, I got an iceberg guy, all right? And he told me there's a massive one coming up.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We stay straight. We don't say anything. This ship goes down.
Iceberg, more like Goldberg taking this fucking goddamn ship down. Am I right, guys?
He's like,
I
this
right?
iceberg might be taking down this boat. But I'll tell you this, Goldberg's taking down the country.
I'm saying, it's like, I'm going to play this fucking violin, but I swear to God, any Rosenbergs walk by, they're going to hear some.
Dude, if the band on the Titanic was racist.
The racist band on the Titanic, dude.
That'd be so
He's
funny.
like, women, children, and maybe some rats first. Am I right? Am I right, guys? This is fucking bullshit.
He's like, hey, Jerome, what are you doing up here? It's like, whoa, Wally.
He's like, yeah, what do we got? We got black guys on here, Jews. There's a bunch of fucking Mick Irish pieces of shit in third class, and I gotta play the fucking violin on the way down. This is fucking horseshit. Fuck you.
Wallace Hartley.
Wallace.
What a loser.
Wallace, the N-word Hartley is what he called himself. He's like, that's why I like this.
I just don't get it. I did, like, after the movie, like everyone else found out that was true, that like these three guys were playing on the Titanic and then they decided to go down. But it's funny to me to think not one of the other two guys wasn't like, what are you, fucking nuts?
Yeah.
No.
He's
They're
like,
we should play while the boat goes down. I'm like, I'm not going to do that, dude. Do you know what's sinking this boat? A giant chunk of ice.
Yeah.
You know how cold that water is going to be? And you want to play you want to sit here and play Marietta Little Lamb while this fucking thing goes down? I'd have had a wig on and some fucking pineapples in the chest. Like, hey, where's the boats at? You fuck it up and come out in blackface like, hey, where the boats at? Like,
hello,
dude,
motherfucker. It's like, who's this guy? It's like,
come out like over you. You just have gaudy chains on.
Dude,
It's like, is there a speckle of space on that boat?
I look like a 1960s Jewish producer. I'm like, whoa. Little Cody.
You have like a fin on the bottom of a surfboard as a nose. You're like, hey, I'm Goldman Weinstein. I'm looking for a boat. They're like, what's on your face? Like, what? How dare you?
What are you talking about?
How
Dude,
dare you, sir?
I just have like cut out pieces of string as like long curls. I'm
Your
like, hello.
business card just says I own banks.
Yeah, dude. I have half a basketball for a yarmulke. I'm like, hello. No, I am full blown Jewish.
Mazel tov.
Matzel tov or whatever.
Mazel sticks.
Hanukkah.
Yeah.
I'm Ronald Hanukkah.
Ronald Hanukkah.
Excuse me, let me on this boat. I'm Ronald Hanukkah. So Ronald Hanukkah, dude.
All right, let's wrap this up because I'm excited. Yeah, so get on the Patreon and yeah, you paid for it.
Yeah.
That's that. And then what else? I don't know. If you're in the Philly area, the 16th, come to Helium. I'll be there. And there's a lot of good people on that show. I don't know who the fuck's on it. Shane's got to get the list together. But 16th, I'll be at Helium. And that's about it, right?
I'll be at the bar, so
yeah,
just check it out.
Yeah, Shane will be shit-faced, begging me to get him Molly. And then I'll just give him a gummy worm and be like, dude, there's so much Molly in this gummy worm.
Like, you're right.
So it's a little inside baseball. Not really. That happened.
That happened. Not really.
All right. So, yeah, that's good, right? Good. All right. Thank you.